Hi, I hope you are enjoying your Cricut Explorer or your Cricut Maker. Here's another easy project for you to do in Cricut Design Space. From your canvas, go to the left side where it says Images. And this is going to be I'm going to make a set of fall dishes. And I already had acorn typed in the upper right hand corner. So this is the acorn that I chose, and you'll see it has a leaf with it. I don't want the leaf, but that's okay. I'm going to insert it into my project. And then I want give thanks. And I'm going to put the give thanks on a mug. This is the one I have right here. So I'm going to click that one. And go back up to the top. And the other thing I need are leaves. If you type in leaf, there's a large selection of leaves that you can use, but I'll show you the ones that I used. Scroll down. I used this one and this one. And then farther down, it is almost to the bottom. There are some leaves. It's more like a branch, I guess. Whoops. Let's see. You can see there are a lot to choose from. Let's see, I should be getting close. I'm scrolling faster than what my laptop wants to load. Oh my goodness, here it is, right here. This one right here. I'm going to choose that one. And then hit Insert Images. And you will see that all of those will be put onto my canvas. Of course, they're all in a big clump. So first we'll work with this acorn. Now, I don't need the leaf. So while I have this clicked in the upper right-hand corner, there's a tab right here that says Ungroup. So I'm going to ungroup it. And that separates the different layers. So I'm going to delete that. Actually, I could have used these if I had wanted to. Delete that. And then using your mouse, right-click and draw a box around the acorn. And I'll show you why. See, this is separate. We're going to draw a box around the acorn so that we can group them back together. And once they're grouped back together, then I can move it around as one piece. The give thanks, depending on how large your mug is, you're going to want to resize this. So I measured my mug, and I believe it was about 3 inches wide. And you can look at the measurements here. And right here, it tells you the height and the width, and it also tells you up here, it tells you the size. And then for the leaves, make the leaves the size that you want them. Mine were very small. They were less than 1 inch. Make this one. There we go. And then you're going to duplicate, and the duplicate button is up here. And if you need 5, then you make 5 of them. I think I did 5 of each. And I'm not going to do it again, but you're going to do the same thing with this other leaf. You're going to click 5. Now, for this, I'll move this out of the way, this branch, I used it on the plate. And I used it, it was a little bit sideways like this. Whoops. There we go. Let me see. And you're going to use this, it's a circle with an arrow on it, but you use that to spin it and to rotate your image. So I'm going to I think it was similar to this. So I had them on the left and the right, and they had their stems going together. So I'm going to use, while I have my, I'm going to size it the way I want. So I have it 3 inches wide, which is good. And then while I have it highlighted, I'm going to click duplicate. And I want this to shadow the first one that I have. So up here in the top toolbar, there is a button that says flip. You can flip it horizontal, or you can flip it vertical. We want to flip it horizontal. There we go. And now you can see that it lines up. I think I spaced them apart a little bit. And then I want to attach these together. So while you can draw a box around it if you want and then group them, or you can use your shift key. I'm just going to draw a box around them. And I'm going to group them together. There we go. Now the acorn, I'm going to resize. Let's see, it was fairly small. And I'm also going to duplicate. Okay, and then one of the acorns I used, and I'm just putting this here to just check the size, but one acorn I used right in the center of the leaves, and it looks really nice like that. So the next thing I'm going to do is work with my layers over here. And I want to, how did I explain this? I want to make the images the color that I want to cut them. So this green, I want to cut it dark, a dark green. So I clicked on the circle next to that, and then I'm going to click emerald green because that's a really dark green. So I did that to one, I'm going to do it to the other side also. The acorns are fine, and the give thanks are fine because I cut it in orange. No, I cut it in, oops, I'm sorry, I cut it in burgundy. Let me see. Okay, so the give thanks I did in burgundy. It's called wine. That will work. But this way, when you get ready to cut, you can see what color mat or which color vinyl you need to put on your mat. And then the leaves, I'm going to draw a big box around them. And the leaves, some of them I did in the burgundy color. Burgundy. And see if it's doing it one at a time. I could group them together and do them all at the same time, but I can still do it this way. And there's one more here. Oh, all the way at the bottom. Okay. One more. We'll make it wine also. And then this one, I don't remember what color. I think this one was dark green also. So I'm going to click on this leaf that right now is yellow, and I'm going to turn it to dark green. So that way when it loads my mats, it didn't take. Let's try one more time. Dark green. There we go. So when I load my mats now, instead of having to load these two twice, since they're the same color, I can load that mat one time and cut everything that's that color. The same goes for the leaves and the green leaves. And the acorns are going to cut in 2 pieces so that you will put the light brown down first, or actually you're going to put the dark brown down first, and then you'll put that light brown cap over top of it when you get ready to apply it to your project. So I have these two attached. I also need to weld them. If I do not weld them, it will not cut them together like this on the sheet. It may put them one underneath each other. It may space them weird. So down here, I click them, and then in the lower right-hand corner, I click weld. And now those are together. So now when I go up here to make it, it's sorting my projects into the mats by color. So you can see that the first thing that's going to cut is the give thanks and the leaves. Then the dark part of the acorns, the light part of the acorns. And then there are the branches. And remember, I didn't duplicate this other leaf, but of course I would make more of those. But if I hadn't welded those together, these two branches would not be on here like this. They might be one under the other, or they might have the leaf in the middle. And that happens especially if you're using alphabet letters, or if you're attaching letters to different projects, or the way that you want them arranged. So I hope that makes sense. I hope this gives you another project that you can do when you're first starting out, or if you're pressed for time and you want something fun. So please give this video a thumbs up, and I hope that you will follow.